Hello, it is the M.E Goddess here. My name's Bernice and I have Myalgia Encephalomyelitis, also known as chronic fatigue syndrome. It's the middle of the night here and I'm not sleeping at the moment, and that used to really, sorry, I'm saying I'm a lot, got some brain fog. Not sleeping is a fairly common thing, and often when you do get the sleep, it doesn't really help all that much. So I try not to get too wrapped around the axle if I haven't had my sleep. I wanted to talk about Christmas. It's Christmas time. I don't want to speak too generally, I just want to speak for myself and acknowledge really to my other fellow chronic illness sufferers. I just really want to do a shout out to you and say I know this time of year can be really shit. Can be really shit. Like, you want to go out and do all the things that you used to do for Christmas time. I haven't left the house. Oh no, I lie. I left the house a couple of weeks ago to go to doctor's appointment, and we quickly stopped in a place where I could purchase 2 little Christmas decorations, because each year I get a Christmas decoration for my littlies and I put their name on it and the year that I gave it to them, so that when they leave home they'll have a collection of Christmas decorations from their childhood. So I got to do that, and that's it. I didn't get to put the tree up, I didn't get to decorate, I haven't done any baking, or no Christmas cake, no food preparation, no present wrapping, no nothing. And I'm trying to bring myself to a place where I kind of accept all of these things, and then sometimes I sort of think, actually it's really shit and I don't want to accept it, and it's not fair. It's just not fair, and there can be so much stress. For us, we don't have extended family around us, so there isn't the same pressure to be at different places at different times. But I do remember the time when that was the case, and I really want to acknowledge how difficult making those decisions can be, and especially if the people around you don't really understand that it's not that you don't want to, you actually can't make it to those events. Or if you do make it to those events, that the cost of that could be days or weeks or even months of recovery. And often this condition and many other chronic conditions can be so misunderstood by people around us, and it's not always maliciously. Sometimes it's simply that they just can't possibly grasp the concept of how someone can be tired to the point of not being able to move or speak, or to be crippled with so much pain that even light or sound can be excruciating. And I have had to work really hard on releasing all of that and not feeling like a really shit parent because I didn't get to go out and buy my children or my husband's Christmas presents. God, there's so much grief on this thing. There's so much grief, and I just wanted to acknowledge the challenges of this time of year, especially for those who are ill, whether you are still able to function but have to pay the ferryman at some point, or whether you are extremely incapacitated by your illness. You're not alone. This can be such a lonely time of year, especially if you don't have friends or family around you that understand. And I wanted to talk to. I'm really sorry that you are going through this and that you are going through this alone. And I'm really sorry that there is so much pain associated with what should be such a joyful time of year because of all the difficult and painful decisions that you have to make and the repercussions that can come with that. Now, if you are a loved one or a friend of someone who does have chronic fatigue or a syndrome or ME or any of the other invisible illnesses that so many of us fight with every single day, the best thing that you can do is to just accept that whatever your person says is true, it's the truth, and also appreciate that whatever they do manage to do, they have probably sacrificed a tremendous amount of their wellness in order to achieve that. So that's what I've been thinking about in the middle of the night. It's hard knowing that I'll never be baking Christmas biscuits again and doing that frantic marathon present wrapping sessions just before Christmas on Christmas Eve. But what I have learned is that my babies have become the most kind and considerate people that I could ever imagine. They are 10 and 6, and the first thing they think of, because they've only really known me ill and in bed, the first thing they think of is, how can we involve Mummy? So that kind of, reminds me that I'm still worthwhile, and I think it's so important that whatever your situation is, especially at this time of year, that you realise that you matter and you are so important in someone's life, and focus on that. Try to focus on what you give just by being, and try to let the stupid comments and the just the dumb things that people say, like, I don't have to tell you what they are. Try to park those in a parking lot that you never look at again. It's a new start where you don't have to put up with that shit. You can just dump it and remember that you do the best you can every minute of every day. And you are not alone. You are seen. Maybe not by the people you want to be seen by, but I see you. And so do all the rest of us who are going through the same thing. So I am sending my best gentle wishes to you all at this special time of year. I hope that the stress is minimal, the pain is manageable, and the fatigue lets you off the hook enough to enjoy whatever your festive time holds for you. So this is the M.E Goddess signing off for 2018, and I will see you next year. Toodles!